Welcome to the Real Female Entrepreneurs. Today's guest is what happens when grit meets growth and survival mode finally clocks out. After walking away from corporate chaos, she built a thriving business from the ground up, supporting powerful leaders, doubling revenues, writing books, launching trainings and podcasts, and doing it all without the bro marketing nonsense. Honest, unstoppable, and fully in her voice. Please help me welcome the amazing Danielle Thompson, founder of Goldspun Support. Welcome, Danielle.
Thank you very I wanted to clap for myself then. That was very good. Thank you very much. Oh dear.
So good. Okay, guys, I just spent a few minutes speaking with her and we have not been able to stop laughing. So hold on, because trust me, everything she says, you will laugh. She's already laughing at herself. And she wants me to laugh. I can just see it.
I'm sorry. I'll be serious. You go. I'll sit quietly.
I don't see this serious at all. Okay. Let's talk about what sparked you to go from that chaos that you were in to what you are doing now for your business, Goldspun.
Right. So it's a bit of an unusual story, and I was never particularly sort of woo and universe aligned before it happened, but this was my big awakening. So I was working in corporate and I was working ridiculous 12, 13-hour days, and I had two small children and I was rarely seeing them. And my eldest was, I think, 3 at the time. And she used to say, "Don't you love us enough to stay at home?" It was absolutely heartbreaking. It was awful. And then my beautiful, beautiful boss, whom I loved to death, he went off sick to have an operation. And the guy who covered for him hated me. I can't tell you a particular reason. He just did not like me. Like, he used to make formal complaints about me being too sexualized. Sorry, I'm laughing at that because it's funny on reflection. But he was just throwing dirt and hoping it would stick, essentially. So I had a really bad run for a few weeks, and he was bullying and picking and bullying. And I stood up one day in front of an office full of 1,000 people, big open plan office, and I told everyone to F off. I just went, my brain just snapped. I just wasn't able any longer to stick it. I wanted to see my children. I didn't want to feel like this. And I just walked out, and I kind of went home, and I think I slept for pretty much 3 weeks. I cried, I slept. I was in a very much healing place. And after that 3 weeks, I thought, right, come on, Danielle, do something productive. Get up, get out of bed, do something. So I booked an appointment to have my Dyson vacuum repaired, and I booked a hair appointment in the same day. Bit random, I know. Don't worry, it's going somewhere. So the Dyson guy came first, and he came in the morning. And while he was doing the whatever work he was doing, he said, "I really like your telephone voice, and I need someone to make appointments for me, to reply to clients, phone them up and book appointments. Is that something you'd want to do? Because obviously you're not working, you're home during the day getting your vacuum repaired." And I was like, well, I don't really do anything. Oh, okay. And I was just a bit shocked by that. And he went on his way, and I took his number. And then I went to the hairdresser in the afternoon. I was telling her that story, and she said, "Oh, do you do social media as well?" I was like, "No, I don't do anything. I'm literally without employment right now." And she went, "Well, if you do social media, we're looking for someone to do our social media for us." And I kind of went home and I went, I think I've created a business, but I don't really know how I created a business. And it was like, all the signs were hurling themselves at me going, this is what you're supposed to do. Don't look at another job. Don't get yourself back into that corner where you're stressed and burnt out and you never see the kids. You can do this. And it was one of the scariest, hardest things I've ever had to do. But I just knew for the first time in my life, it was what I was supposed to be doing. And about a month in, and you bear in mind, I'm only earning at this point, I don't know, not very much. My mum said to me, she said, "I never realised how unhappy you were with your life until I actually saw you happy," which made me realise that all of those years, I'd been doing everything I thought I was supposed to do. I'd been following a career path. I'd been taking the next step up the ladder. I'd been trying to earn more or get the promotion. But none of that was for me. It was more what I believe people around me expected or what society expected. And those expectations had forced me into a place where I just wasn't happy. And now I've been running Goldspun for 11 years and I love it. I love it. And I will willingly admit that I probably spent about 6 to 8 years of that time in a bit of a PTSD fog. I think that everything I'd gone through at corporate reminded me of bullying when I was a child and different things I've been through. And I was just in a bit of hibernation mode. I wanted to make enough to pay the mortgage. I wanted to, make enough so that we could do things with the kids. But I wasn't worried about 6 figures, 7 figures being big. I wasn't worried about that. And then about 2-3 years ago, I kind of almost woke up and I looked at myself and thought, you've got this far without really trying. What are you capable of if you really went all in? And I did. It's like I took the shackles off my brain. I just let myself go for it. And that was when, in the space of 18 months, I wrote 3 books. I launched the podcast. I did courses, training materials, set up an Etsy store. I doubled the income in my business over 18 months. And just think, if that's what we as women can do when we actually go all in, when you just try really hard, imagine what we're capable of. It fascinates me. I love it.
Okay. All right. I wish that man would have told you.
Yes, well, I wish many things, but anyway.
Because you just think how much further you'd be today. Oh my God. And your children now are what age?
They are 16 and 13.
So this is 13 years ago this happened.
It was about 11 years ago. So Logan was 2 and I think Abby was 3, 4. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So all of us can do this. We need to just wake ourselves up, slap ourselves up the head, and say, focus.
Yeah, but I don't want anyone to have to go through the horrible to get to the good. It would be lovely if we could do it in a nice way. I had to go about as low as possible. You bear in mind, my children would have seen me at my absolute lowest, but they've also seen me on stages winning awards or having a book published and happy dancing around the house because it got to #1 bestseller. They've seen sort of every kind of good and bad and ugly and all of it. And especially for my daughter, I want her to look at me and think, I can do that. Or I can be a mathematician or an astronaut or a musician, whatever else it is she wants to do and whatever else my son wants to do. Everyone's got it in them. They just kind of have to just go for it. Just go. Yeah. That's it. That's my message for today. Just go.
All right. Tell us about the 3 books. What are their names?
So the first one was written to celebrate 10 years in business. So that one is called 10 mini blogs for every female entrepreneur. And it started because I love to write. I've always written. I've written since I was a child. I wrote a lot of poetry when I was younger and prose. Probably a bit of teenage angst in there, a little bit of dark stuff. Nobody loves me, all that kind of thing. But as I got older, it turned more into useful prose and useful writing. So I used to write a lot of blogs. So I took 10 blogs that were the 10 key lessons I'd learned throughout my 10 years in business. I expanded them and made them proper chapters. So it's a bit like a love letter to any female entrepreneur with the 10 things I think everyone should know about running a business and about being yourself. And then the second one was a collaboration book. So it was with a group of women and we each got to write a chapter about what we believe it takes to be an unshakable entrepreneur. So that was really interesting because everyone writes differently, everyone thinks differently. And it was really interesting to come together with other women to put, our lessons, if you like, and our real beliefs about how business should run into a single book. And that was beautiful as well. And then the last book I wrote was a bit more of a personal mission. So it's called The I in Resilience. And about a third of it is my story. It's about understanding what trauma is, how trauma affects you, the triggers it creates, and the impact it can have on your life sort of ongoing. But that's not self-indulgent, just listen to my story. It's more I'm helping people self-identify. I'm not saying you have to have been, I don't know, kidnapped and locked up for 3 years. That's not the only definition of trauma. Trauma can be a million small cuts. Trauma can be single incidents, single moments, your parents separating, or, bullying at work, or all of these things. So the first bit's about identification and helping people feel confident and going, do you know what? I have suffered and I'm going to own that. And then the second sort of 2/3 of it is it's just back-to-back tools and methods and exercises for helping you build resilience. So things I've used, and I've admitted in the book, things I've put in there that are well-recommended tools that don't work for me but might work for you. It's a bit like a massive pick and mix candy store of what you could do to make yourself mentally stronger. So those are my 3.
I love it. So tell me about Goldspun Support. What exactly do you do there?
So when I first started, when I was playing small, I was very much a virtual assistant. I was very much doing admin for people. As I grew, I kind of woke up the bits of me as I went along that I'd suppressed from corporate, because understandably, I was a little bit burnt from having had that awful experience. So I was like, I don't want to touch that. I don't want to touch that. But I actually had sort of 10 years experience in marketing and branding. Before that, I had 6 years experience in project management and logistics. So I'd got quite far in my career and I wasn't really utilizing any of those skills. So as the business developed, I started being a bit nosy. I'll be going like, oh, I've had a look at your social media. If we just did this, you could probably get a better result. Or I've had a look at this thing and the system doesn't work very well. Why don't you try this? And I just kept interfering with clients, basically. And then I'd take on more responsibility. And someone said to me one day, you're no longer doing VA work, you're doing OBM work. And I looked at myself and I thought, I don't know what that means. And it was another stage gate where I was like, what am I doing? Should I be? I mean, I was charging something silly as well, something way below market rate, because I just wanted to stay under the radar. So I kind of re-looked at it and went, okay, online business manager. Okay, higher wage, blah, 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 blah. Fine, went into that. Did that for a while. And then I did an exercise where I took myself away to Ibiza. Sounds very exotic. It was quite exotic, to be fair. And I just thought about what I'd built, and I thought about what that looked like and the bits of it that really brought me joy. And I found that at the center of it, I had a couple of dream clients, those perfect clients that you could not love anymore. And you want to like bundle them up and photocopy them 15 times because they're just so amazing. When I looked at those clients, they were very specifically directors. So they were marketing directors and operations directors who'd gone freelance. So in the modern language, we call it a fractional director. So a director level person consulting with a number of different firms to give them their expertise. So if you've got a small business that's in a state of growth and can't afford a full-time marketing director, you get one of these guys in to help you out a couple of hours a week to kind of guide strategy. And I love those people because they are big picture people. And I love that. That excites me. But it means that I can go in and go behind and going, oh, we could do this. Oh, I'll just take that off your plate. Oh, I think we could improve this system here. And I love it. It's like being a work wife mixed with a problem solver and a mafia fixer all at once. It's brilliant. I love it.
Love it. The work wife.
Yes.
Everything. You're everything.
Yeah. That's what I want to do. I know that it genuinely brings me joy to help other people. But I also know that can have its downside with being a people pleaser and wanting to kind of overgive myself. But it's almost like, and someone said it a few years ago, I've managed to make a whole business out of this personality trait. I want to help people. I want to bring them happiness. I want to make their lives easier. I want them to tell me they got to finish at 3:00 today to pick up their kids because of something I took off their plate. That makes me happy. And I'm lucky enough not lucky enough, I must not say that. I've worked hard enough that I had a business that for the entire time my kids were growing up, I took them to school and I picked them up every single day. And my son's got some difficulties, which means he'll never be able to get himself to and from school. So I still do it now. He's 13 years old and I still take him to school and I pick him up every day. And the business is built around that flexibility, that ability to build a life that a lot of people will never have because they don't know what they're capable of, or they're too scared to go past the really, really horrible bit of being poor and jobless, which is scary.
It's scary, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my word. I love the fact that you've built this around everything in
Yeah.
your life. And I mean, you went from that 12, 13, 14 hours a day
Yeah. And
almost every
there are
day.
some days, I'll admit, there are some days I work on a weekend, but I do
Oh,
it because I'm really excited about something I'm working on, or I've had an idea for a blog, or I've had another idea for a business, which happens to be quite a lot because I did in the last 18 months open 4. So I'm a little bit of a serial entrepreneur at this point, but it's also aligned itself with the fact that I got diagnosed with ADHD. And it was almost like a permission slip to go, let your brain go crazy. And I've really given myself, my emotions, my energy, and my brain a chance to just go. And, I might create a business that never works. I might create courses that nobody ever buys, but it doesn't matter. I'm happy. I'm chasing that level of joy while at the same time being able to provide for my family. And what more could you want out of life?
yeah, nothing. Let's talk about serial entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I
It is
know me.
okay.
I'm wackadoodled. I am a serial entrepreneur. I get it. I'll raise my hand and I'll confess. And we already know you confessed.
Yeah, it's well, yeah, but some people, they tell you that you need to niche down, you need to focus, you need to stay in your lane. That doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. Yes, I have an ideal client, but I have an idea over here, and then I have an idea over here, and I just want to grab all the ideas and do fun things with them.
And it works.
But you
Sometimes
must,
they pay
it
off.
does work. Yeah, but you've got to admit, it is also, you have to be a bit careful you're not constantly chasing the next thing, that you do focus on turning ideas into reality and then turning them into profitable things before you go on to the next one, because it's really easy just to chase the fun and forget to do the doing.
I get it. I get it. It happens. So, if you were to write a letter to yourself, to your younger self, what would
Yeah.
you tell yourself?
I think the biggest thing I've realized as I've got super old, got older, is that it's going to sound weird, but let me explain it. No one cares. So when I was younger, I was shy, like painfully shy.
Mhm.
And as I've got older, all the things that made me shy, I've realized they don't really matter. Like, I didn't like going in restaurants on my own because I thought everyone was looking at me. Or, posting online, you'd be worried about what people would think. But the truth is, most people don't care. They don't turn around, they don't notice. And the ones that do are your people. And they won't be looking at you because they think you're odd. They'll be looking at you because they're like, yes, that's what we want. We love a bit of that. You do that. And honestly, it's taken me, well, tomorrow I'll be 45. So it's taken me 45 years to get to this place where I will be me, and I will do things unapologetically. And if I'd have known that at 18, oh my God, what could I have done if I'd have known that? What a
Miracle.
waste. Oh well. Yes, I could have taken
Miracles.
over the whole world. Would have been great. Yeah.
Talking about the taking over the whole world, let's talk about something that's a game changer for you that maybe you've seen in other people's business, maybe you've seen it in your own business that flipped the switch and made them or you become the person you were supposed to be.
I think for me, that would be intention. So it's really easy in life to get caught up in what you think you should do or what everyone else tells you should do. The minute you stop and get really intentional about what you want, so your definition of success, your definition of the future, it changes everything. Because, I mean, you go online and you see people posting, oh, I made 6 figures overnight by doing this one thing, or I made 7 figures and now I lay on this boat all day, or I work from Bali. I don't want to work from Bali because you'd get sand in your laptop. That's not good. I don't want to go on
And
a boat
other
because I get really
places
badly
too.
seasick.
And other
You look at all
places
these.
too.
Exactly, and it's not nice. As comfortable as the tankini is, we don't want sand in it, do we? But that's my thing. What I realized is we spend so much time looking at other people's success and going, oh, I should want that. I should want to be manager. I should want to be director. I should want to have 2 children and a large house. Whatever it is everyone else around you's got, that's what you think. The minute you stop and think, actually, I just really want a peaceful life. I want 10 minutes in the morning where I can meditate without everyone walking into the bedroom. I want an ensuite bathroom because I've got really bad IBS. I don't know what it is you might want, but whatever your definition of that level of happiness is, that perfect day, if you use that as your North Star, your guiding principle, your whatever you want to call it, you actually can't go far wrong, because all you then do is go, okay, well, is this in line with what I want for myself? No, let's not do that then. And it becomes so much easier to say no to things because they're not aligned with you. Oh, I just felt really passionate about that. Yeah.
I told you guys this was going to be fun. I told you, but you are so right. You're so right. What is your North Star? What do you want?
Yeah. And it's so few people really know.
Yeah.
I imagine, if you ask like 10 people, probably one of them can tell you what they really want, not what society tells them, not what the government tells them, not what the TV tells them or social media tells them, genuinely what they want inside. And when I've done perfect day exercises, like I've done some like visualizations with coaches and things, the one thing that comes up over and over again is peace. And I think it's because I've been in a place where I'm stressed and my brain is noisy and I just want the world to stop. I want to get off the world, essentially. So to have a level of peace that is undisturbed by others. I still want to work. I love working. I love what I do. I love my clients. I love people. I love chatting to people. But I want a level of peace that everything's in my time and I don't have to rush. That is my North Star, getting to a place where I am zen. I can't wait. I may not, because as you can tell, I'm a little bit hyperactive. So zen might be quite a long way away for me.
I'm hyperactive too, so I guess that's why we're getting along. I love this. All right. No filter conversation to entrepreneurs. What do you wish they would kick to the curb and stop believing?
That it's easy. That there's an easy win. In the same way that there is no pill that will make you thin overnight, all right, there are injections, they don't work overnight, but there is no secret cure. There is no one masterclass that you'll watch and you'll suddenly make 6 figures. There is no one post you put out with a clever hook and then suddenly the world comes into your DMs. There is no one solution to anything. Every single thing we do takes hard work. I mean, I know a client that went viral on a reel. On LinkedIn, weirdly enough. It's very hard to go viral on LinkedIn, but it did. And that reel was about motherhood. Nothing to do with her business. She just happened to be recognizing a challenge she's had in her life. So the virality was pointless. All of the follows she got from it were not her ideal client. It served no purpose other than to give her stress. Mm-hmm. And people chase things like virality. They chase numbers. They chase vanity metrics because they think it's a cure and they think it's a quick win. But nothing in entrepreneurship is easy. You've got to make an effort. You've got to reach out. You've got to ask someone twice. You've got to follow things up. You know, I have written 3 books, but I was down there at 11 o'clock at night, typing away on my laptop going, does this sound any good? And then having an argument with my imposter, making sure I'd got it right. You know, I have to pay to get them onto Amazon, to get them, you know, I'm not lucky. I've worked hard. And I think if you sit there thinking, oh, I'm not lucky, I can't do this, you'll never get there. So I'm sorry, it's hard. That's all I've got to say to you. It's going to be hard work, but you can do it. We can all do it. Everyone has got something inside of them that is so strong. And you need to let it out, because otherwise you'll never see what you're capable of and you will never fulfill all of that potential you've got.
Wow.
It's making me very emotional.
I know. So what you're saying is I'm not going to throw a post out there and it's not going to allow me to go sit in Bali.
No. And it's a bit like you were saying at the beginning of the introduction about the bro marketing. Unethical tactics like that. Imagine back to the beginning when you first started doing what you're doing and you don't really know what you're doing. You're not really sure how to get your first client or your first sale or your first whatever. And then you see this post and it says, honestly, all you need to do is put this hook on top of a reel and you'll have a client overnight. That's not true. And then you press the button and they're asking you to pay $997 or whatever, and it's always a bait and switch. It's always someone trying to sell you something. Lead magnets are fantastic. I have them. I use them. I have lead magnets I use every single day to get people into my pipeline. And yes, there is an upsell at the end, but I don't believe in fooling people into it with, this is only available for 2 hours. If you don't buy it now, you'll die. Or, sign up or your life won't be worth living. Whatever other thing that, those scare tactics, those unethical fear-mongering things that take advantage of people who at the early stages of business don't know any better. So I spend all of my life going around, it's harder than you think. There is no quick win. You can watch my masterclass. It'll give you some help, but it's not going to solve all your problems. Maybe that's why I'm not like a multimillionaire yet. I'm too honest.
Okay, I'm going to be blunt honest here with you. If you ever want to go into comedy, you got it.
Do you know, it's really funny because my children and my husband think I'm the unfunniest person ever, but every other person outside my family says I'm very funny. So they've obviously got a very poor taste.
Yeah, they just don't know yet.
They just don't get it. Yeah.
So right.
I'm too clever for them, maybe.
All right, let's talk about life balances, husband, kids, family, working everything around it. Tell me, how do you balance it if you do, or what do you do?
It's taken practice. It is, especially with the children, like the school run and things, I built it into the system. It's blocked out in my diary. I don't take a meeting before 9:30 and I don't take a meeting after 2:30 unless it's something like this where there's a time zone difference, obviously. I've make an effort to be present for them while they're around. But at the same time, I want to teach both of them work ethic. So I don't want them to never see me work because it almost gives the impression that what I do is easy. So there are times where I'll have my laptop open and we'll all be watching, I don't know, some random program on the TV, whatever it is. And I'll be with my laptop working and then I might ask what I'm doing or what meetings have I got on tomorrow. So I make sure I kind of teach them that ethic at the same time, because at the end of the day, work can be consuming and there's nothing wrong with that if it's for a good reason. So there is sort of that balance in terms of that. The best thing I ever found that has made my life easier, and it's going to sound weird, are lolly sticks. So like, do you have lolly sticks? They're little wooden sticks. You get them in ice lollies. Popsicles.
Popsicles, okay.
Popsicle stick. I knew I'd find the word eventually. This is when you have a problem with language, isn't it? But popsicle sticks, yeah. Okay. So the one thing that stressed me out more than anything is people in my house asking me what's for dinner. Nothing stressed me out more. You've just done a few meetings back to back. Your brain is fried and you're like, I don't know, whatever we can find. Eat a pizza, I don't know. That stressed me out. So what I did was I got 75 popsicle sticks and I wrote 75 meals on the popsicle sticks and put them in a cup. At the beginning of the week, we pick 7 sticks and those are the 7 meals for the week. So my family know what we're going to eat. So nobody asks me what's for dinner ever. It's lovely. I have a rough idea. So I know if I need to get something out the freezer or I need to, buy something extra. It sounds ridiculous, but it's the biggest life hack I have ever done that has made the biggest difference to my life. And getting balance is about reducing that mental load. So if you can find little tricks like that work with your family, honestly, I cannot tell you the difference it's made to my life. It's so weird.
So I raised my husband's grandson, okay? And so from a very young age. So my favorite thing was, in the Bible says, it's not against the rules to give a bribe, it's to accept the bribe. So I always did bribes.
They are useful, I'll be honest. Yeah. Although my son's got to the point now when we do the school run on the way home, if he's done something good at school, and his definition of good is a lot looser than mine, he's like, can I have a treat? I deserve a treat. And I'm like, dude, you took a test. You didn't do well. You just took it. That doesn't deserve a treat. So I might have overtrained him to the point where he just thinks he gets a treat every day. I mean, never mind.
All right. What advice would you give to someone who's just starting a business or they're in the middle of a mess? What would you give them? What advice?
Take a step back. Because I think that's where I was when I started looking at that ideal client, when I took that time to Ibiza. I'm not saying you need to fly to Ibiza for a week, but take a step back, because the more you're in the business, especially with that messy place, you're like, you get a bit blind to it because everything's going on. You're firefighting all the time. Stuff's being thrown at you. If you can take a step out and go, right, let's go back to my North Star again. What was I originally trying to do? What does my business need to look like? Maybe you've got to the point where you've taken on clients that you don't really like and they're making you unhappy. Or maybe the mess has been caused by systems that are out of control. Or you've got too much work and you need to bring someone else in. When you're just doing it, you don't have time to think about what the optimum situation is. So take that step back. I mean, at the beginning, that's kind of less important because you're not in that throes of it. And at the beginning, I suppose the advice would really be what that sort of diehard honest truth is. It's not easy. It's going to take you time. Prepare for the long haul. Don't go in thinking that you're going to have 6 clients and match your corporate wage in a couple of weeks, because I'd love it. I would love it if I could wave a magic wand and every single woman out there suddenly got that, but it's not. Find people who are honest and open online, because you'll feel better when you know it's not just you. Like when you have a kid in your house and you're like, oh my God, I'm the worst parent in the world. It just fell off the bed by accident, but it's all right. Having someone else tell you their child also fell off the bed makes you feel so much better. My child did fall off the bed, by the way. It wasn't my fault. She's absolutely fine. She rolled. It was all right. It happens.
Okay.
There was many. It was like 16 years ago. She's fine. She's very intelligent. She gets A's. It's fine.
It needed to happen.
Apparently so. It knocked her into place. Yeah.
All right. Let's go into the future now. Let's get from behind, okay?
Yeah.
Let's go into the future and let's give us a sneak peek. What can we expect to see from you in your business?
So I am launching something new and exciting. It's kind of soft launch, but I'm going hard on it. Long story, but I'm going to shorten it as much as humanly possible, or we'll be here all night. I was doing some research about these ideal clients, these fractional directors. And I found out that on LinkedIn, in the space of 12 to 18 months, there went from 2,000 people saying they're a fractional director to 110,000. So the number of people claiming that title has grown massively, but it's grown without any kind of rules or oversight. So pretty much on LinkedIn, I could say I was a dragon tamer. Doesn't matter, because there's no one to check whether I'm a dragon tamer. You can say whatever the hell you want. It doesn't matter. So what I'm building is a credibility and verification platform for fractional directors. So it fits really nicely with what I already do, knowing who they are and what they do. It's like a badge of trust.
Oh,
I know. It's very exciting. It's big. It's scary. It's the first huge intentional thing I've ever done, because I've got to re-educate the whole world, the fractional directors from You Need This and the businesses who need the support, by look for this badge because you're going to get a credible director at the end of it. It's big, it's scary, but it's exciting.
Oh,
I know.
Sounds exciting.
It is so exciting. It's one of the most frightening things I've ever done, because this is really me standing up in public and going, this is wrong, this needs to be changed, and this is how we're going to do it, and you're all coming with me. Come on. So, yeah, it's scary.
That is perfect. So it's a certification, pretty much, correct? Or what is it?
Yeah, it's more like certificate. It's more like verification. So they have to prove they're a human, because these days, who knows?
No.
You have to prove you've got a demonstrable work history at director level. So you're not just saying you're a director, you have worked as a director. And you have to sign the code of ethics. I have a beautiful code of ethics that I wrote, because I don't want people on there that are going to stiff clients or, like rogue cowboy builders and stuff like that. I want real, credible people on my platform, so that when someone employs from my directory, they know they have got the best in the business. And then hopefully that can grow legs into a community and various other things. There's plans. There's lots of plans.
All right. So you're so amazing and have so much fun stuff going on. I cannot wait to hear this one. Tell me something unexpected that you've done that'll shock everybody.
Oh, unexpected. I could tell you something that will have no meaning to an American audience whatsoever, because I once did a forward roll on Songs of Praise. So Songs of Praise is a religious program we have in this country where they sing a lot of hymns, and they basically visit various churches. I was on there doing forward rolls. I don't really know why, but yes, I was famous on Songs of Praise for doing like a roly-poly or whatever you call it.
And how old were you?
I was a brownie, so I would have been
You were young.
8 or 9.
Cute. That is cute.
If I tried to do a forward roll now, I'd probably break my neck. It wouldn't go well. Although I have just taken up pole dancing as a hobby, and it is the best thing I've ever done.
Oh my God, I think that would be so much fun.
Oh, do you know it is? And it's so hard. So hard. Like, I've got little cocktail sticks for arms. Look at these tiny little things. And then they got to lift up my entire body. Oh my God. But I love it because every week I improve just like a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. I'm never going to reach superior stripper level. I don't want to be either. But I just want to do something different. And I want to be able to say, I did that. I tried every single week damn hard. And I got to this place where I can, I don't know, spin round or turn upside down or do a headstand. Don't know yet. It's exciting.
I think that would be fun. I think it would be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm.
It is. Yeah, I love it.
I did that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like that. I did it with that sass as well. I did that. Yeah.
All right. Pump up the volume. Give me some music, girl.
Okay. Queen, Don't Stop Me Now. Ooh. Which, when I mentioned this earlier, I then couldn't stop singing. So it's going round and round in my head. And it's the song that'll make me dance every time. It's the song that makes me go, yes. Yes, don't stop me. I'm amazing. Woo!
All right. What about a book or books?
Really enjoyed and have read a couple of times now. Grant Cardone's 10X. Love that book because it's how I believe. You've got to put the effort in. You've got to go for it. Again, he's very much on there's no easy win. There's no quick way to do this. Mm-hmm. Throw your all into it because then you're going to get what you want out of life. And I think I said to you near the beginning, or I think it was before we were recording, I'm in my yes era. So if opportunities come along, I'm going to say yes because I'm excited about what can happen.
So
and loads of stuff can happen. Yeah, just say yes, see what happens. What's the worst? Yeah. I mean,
you never know.
You don't, exactly. You don't.
All right. All right. Tell me about words that you live by, a quote.
So my favorite one is a Japanese proverb, and it is fall down 7 times, stand up 8. Ooh. Literally translated. I think literally translated, it's fall 7, stand 8. But it really sums up that resilience. You're going to get knocked down. I'm going to have months where I earn 10K, and then I'm going to lose a client, and I'm suddenly down to 7K months. And that's not a reason to fall on the floor and give up. It's a reason to go, right, this has happened. What are we doing next? And you got to get back up. And it is hard sometimes. And sometimes you need a minute. You know, you need to just go and have a little cry or whatever it is you need to do. But you need to get back up. If you can keep getting back up, you can do anything.
Yep. All right. Superpower. What would it be? Just 24 hours. I can't wait to hear this from you. This is going to be so
honestly, I'd steal my husband's super metabolism because that man is built like a beanpole and I can't lose weight for toffee. So I would love to steal his metabolism. I don't know what he does. We once played hide and seek with the kids and he genuinely hid behind a lamppost by turning sideways. I'm more of the cuddly. I'm good to hug. So I don't know what he does, but I want that. I realize it won't help my business in any way, but I just really like it.
I mean, I would love to be that skinny. Oh my God.
I know. So the kids like it too. It's so unfair.
Oh, yeah, that would be unfair. That would be. All right. Motivation on demand. I think you have it no matter what you do. But if for some reason that you're just like on wit's end for some reason.
Yeah.
What do?
The first thing I do is have a hot shower. The reason I do that is because I'm a bit of a water baby anyway. I love water. But it's also because when my kids were younger, it's the only room in the house that locks. So when I when you just need a minute, you just want to stare at the wall in peace for a minute and just let your thoughts settle so you can keep going. The bathroom was the place to go. And because I'm the water baby, I just like, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, if I've disappeared for half an hour, I'm in the shower. I'm just standing there looking at it going, do you know what? These things happen. You have a bit of a word with yourself, you let your thoughts resettle, you just settle those emotions, feel them first, because if you don't feel them, you're going to bottle them up and that's bad. Get out the shower, get dressed. Right, we're ready to go again now. And it's like a reset. I call it like a decontamination chamber.
It really is. So
Yeah, like wash
me
it all
and
off.
I'm like the bath. Give me a bath, a bubble bath.
Yeah. See,
Give me
I
a
would love a bubble bath,
steam
but
room,
yeah.
sauna, jacuzzi.
See,
All of that
we bought
making
this
me
house.
come
I
alive.
love my house here, but we've only got one bath in the house and it's too big, so we can't get enough hot water to fill it. So we've lived here 3 years and I haven't been able to have a bath. It's really sad.
Oh
So
no.
I've had to replace it with the shower. Previously, for Sunday afternoon, you would have found me in the bath for about 3 hours with a film on Netflix. Loved it. But now I can't get it hot enough. It's very sad.
So this house has like this very huge bathtub. You can't even fill it up. It's basically an Italian shower that comes out from the top from that. There's another faucet here, and it's weird. I bought one of those Japanese plastic tubs.
like a little plunge pool.
Well, it's sort of like a regular one. But yeah, so I did that, and it works. I'm okay with it.
Do you know what?
But I'm
that would be
usually
easier than waiting to change the whole bathroom. So maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, you just have to have a drain to make it allow it to. Yeah, and the big tub is so huge.
Well, I
'cause
can put it
drains with
in the giant bath, so it's
Right.
fine. Yeah.
It is. It is.
That's how my brother used to bathe his eldest child, because they lived in Switzerland and they only had showers. So he used to get a bucket, put the bucket in the shower when he was in there, and just put the baby in the bucket. It's very similar.
It works. So anyway, but I'm really a jacuzzi, or I'm in the steam room or the sauna.
Yeah.
That's usually where I am. But yeah, those are things. So yeah, but just so you know, that happened. All right. We already knew this was going to be fun.
We did.
So what is the best way for our audience to stay connected with you?
So I think probably the best way is my Instagram account. So that's just Goldspun Support, because I'm on there all the time anyway, and I'm in my DMs and I love being connected with people. I've got a lead magnet. I will try to upsell you at the end, but not in any kind of creepy, unethical way. And that's, if you go into my Instagram, it's in the bio, it's the Simple Marketing Masterclass. So it is my 7 simplest things you need to do to start marketing yourself. And this is for people they literally don't know what marketing is. Like, even the word scares them. This is about taking it back to basics. It's saying you don't need a shiny funnel. You don't need a really expensive course. These are 7 very simple things that are the basics of all marketing. So that's a great way to kind of get onto my email list and that kind of thing. But yeah, through Instagram, connecting with me. All 3 of my books are on Amazon, so you can find me there. If Google and SEO are doing its thing, just Google me. I should just pop up all over the place in theory. I hope.
All right. Give us a mic drop moment.
Oh, no. Maybe. That's the only one I didn't have a note for. Oh, no. A mic drop moment. Oh.
You're so cute. Just something that entrepreneurs like maybe misunderstand right now, and you just want to make sure that they are aware, beyond the fact that, hey, marketing is not a nasty word.
Yes, marketing's not a nasty word. Do you know what? If I wanted to say something to anything to female entrepreneurs, it would literally be that you are more capable of what you think you are. You are so much bigger and so much better and so much stronger than what you believe. And all those little voices in your brain, tell them to do one, because you are an amazing, beautiful, fantastic human being, and you can do whatever you want to do.
I love that.
Go do it.
Put those things in your brain to the curb, right?
Yes, you can have my voice in there. Ignore your voice. Listen to my voice. Just record me off of this and just play me in your ear. It'll be great.
Danielle, I loved having you. You're so much fun.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.